defend the Daniel Negreanu hand. We do flop something here. So if we just check call here, we're going to expect to see an overbet on most turn cards. But I still think check calling is better than check raising in this spot. So we're going to continue with the call. And we improve the pair as well. So I think this hand's now strong enough to call an overbet now. Yep, and there it is. I mean, he does have a massive range advantage on this board. But this hand is strong enough to continue for one more street. So he's not going to like this card, and I think he's going to be snap checking back very often. I don't think I want to go for a big overbet, but we are going to bet 80 odd %, I think. Just wondering if we can get called by two pairs in sets, like kings, ace king, pocket jacks. I don't think he's going to be very pleased with this bet. Yeah, nice hand. Wondering if we should have bet a bit smaller there, in hindsight. Okay, let's 3-bet 10-9 suited. It's not a great flop here for 10-9 of hearts. So we're going to start with a check. But this is a good turn card for us to start bluffing on. So we are going to delay c-bet. Gets snap called, which is not great. But I don't see how he has a really strong hand here. Is he really just gonna... Yeah, we're gonna shove. Wow. You're getting called by ace 5. I mean, we play our strong ace-hex hands in exactly the same way. I think we have loads more value bets than we have bluffs there. But we still got owned. I think we're going to just call this time. Right, see a lovely flop here for aces. So theoretically, he has the range advantage, generally speaking. Sure, we have more sets than he does. He shouldn't really have any sets, really. But he has all the biggest overpairs. Not a great card. He may start slowing down now, as he does. We are going to bet here and likely shove river. And meanwhile, king 10 on the right. We're going to come in for a check raise with trips. And yeah, that's not a great river card. I don't know if we should value jam this. Don't see us getting called by worse, especially when the backdoor flush. Alright, we're going to check. And he has ace 5. Wow. Well, we heavily discounted that hand given we had aces. And that's pretty unlucky for us. I think it's good we didn't shove river there. I guess the backdoor flush saved us. So in that sense, he did play the hand quite well there. If you're asking me if I would shove, then you're effectively asking me if I would turn aces into a bluff there on the river. And presumably, we're trying to get him to fold straight. I think the short answer would be no, because we have a really strong hand there with an overpair with aces, massively under rep. We crush all of his overpairs, right? So when we have a hand that beats a lot of his value, these are not really great cards or hands to use as a bluff, because most of the time we're kind of good when we just check back. I think trying to bluff him off a straight there is extremely ambitious, given he shouldn't really have much 5x there, given he 3-bet pre big blind versus button. So he himself is massively under-repped. So because of that, he's going to be not overcalling, but he's going to be calling more than he should. Okay, we've got middle set here. I'm going to choose to lead this turn card for small. If anyone's going to raise, I'd expect suited boy to raise. I think we're just going to bet small here. I think it's probably best, given the likely hands he has. Give him a chance to raise as well. If he does have a strong hand, yeah, versus this small sizing, which we do see. And obviously we're just going to jam. Probably a bit of an overkill, but we didn't have much time bank, and why not? We flop another set here with pocket eights. I think we're going to see bet small. And 7-9, he's repping ace high really, really hard here. So I think we're going to be quite comfortable value betting here. Pocket eights on the left. We're going to go for an overbet now. And that's quads. I think this should be an overbet type spot here. Guess we can only hope to get heroed by 10x. I mean, the only other kind of fancy play here would be to kind of bet small and deuce his big kind of draws to shove as a bluff. But don't really have any reason to play, so I don't think I'm going to go for that play. So instead, we're just going to go for an overbet. Nice, and we got the call. Okay, he's got Queen 10. All right, come on, aces. Please run into kings. Please don't run into kings. We're going to go for a check on this flop. Versus overbet, we obviously call. Never raising. Please pair the board. I mean, our hand looks a lot like queens and jacks here. And some ace, queen, ace, jack. Oh my god. What are these spots? I mean, this is a pretty greedy shove here for like 2x pot. We're so under-repped here. Okay, nice hand. I just think it's such a greedy bet that just has to be more likely than not the nuts. I mean, sure, I guess maybe that could be a set, but I didn't think so. Aces is trouble for you today. Not just aces, mate. I think a lot of hands are giving me a lot of trouble. Right, hold that thought. We're just going to go all in with ace king. We run into kings. And we brick out king 8 on the left against queen 10. Sure. This is just not our session. Oh, we got saved. I think the solver would say call. I think during the hand, I really was just making what I thought was an exploit fold. Just purely by the 2x pot jam, I felt was more nutted than not. But if you take away the exploit reads, I would assume that the solver would say call, given we're so massively under-repped and we can't have really the strongest hands in that spot. Aces, just noticing the short stack in the big blinds. I think for that reason, we're just going to flat aces here. Gonna check. Aces. We're going to continue. Oh man. Overbet. We're just gonna lose with aces every time. That's insane. Pocket fours. I think we're also gonna raise. And we see a snap call. And we're going to continue barreling on the turn. Wow. Quads and flush completes. Right, we're going to check. Let's hope he has a flush, or in a full house, I guess, and he decides to bet. I mean, these hands should be betting. He goes all in, not this guy. Yeah, he's got the nut flush. Despite losing quite a lot of money with aces and having a pretty rough start, we've actually turned a small profit today of like 50 to 100 bigs or dollars. Thanks for joining everyone, and I'll see you next time.